Hey guys, what's up? MiataMods here, and today I got a very special video for you guys. I'm with Koen and András today. Koen, you may know him of my vlogs.
Yeah, normally Mr. MiataMods is making vlogs about my adventures in the MaX5 Cup, and of course a big supporter and following me to the season. But today we're also going to introduce you to our good friend András. András is on the shortlist to compete in the Mazda Global MX5 Cup race in Laguna Seca, so that's pretty cool. So that's why we're going to introduce you to you guys. András.
Yeah, thanks guys. So because of that opportunity, I will tell you something about myself and also about the car that we are racing in the normal Mazda MaX5 Cup here in the Netherlands.
Not the blue one, but this one.
The white one.
Yeah, this one. So let's go. So my racing story starts as a little kid. My parents gifted me Grand Prix 2, the racing game for the PC. From that moment I just knew I had to do something with racing in my life. I kept turning laps on the computer, moved into serious sim racing online. And in 2014 I decided it was time to take the next step, and I moved into real racing with this very car, a Mazda MX5 in a Dutch MaX5 Cup specification. And today I will tell you something about the car, about the technical details on it, what you can change and what you cannot change compared to the standard car. As you can see, this is a Mazda MX5 from the first generation, the NA. This particular one is a Miata from 1990 that actually makes it 27 years old this year, but I'm happy to say that it doesn't really show. It drives and looks superb. So let's take a look under the hood. So here we are in the engine bay. As you can see, the headlights have been removed. It's a lot of weight in the front of the car and you really don't want that. Actually, it is possible to have this car road legal, for which you need headlights. I used to do that in the beginning when I just started out in 2014. I used to drive the car over public roads to the track, take the headlights out, and at the end of the day put them back in and drive home. It's all possible and you can still be very competitive. Next we have a racing radiator. It's an aluminium radiator and it provides just a bit of extra cooling. And here a different air filter which is connected to a cold air intake, which provides just a bit of extra horsepower to the engine. The engine is also fairly standard. It's the 1.6 standard Miata MX5 engine. Standard it will deliver about 115 horsepower, but with the intake and the exhaust in the Cup regulations it will deliver about 130. You can only tweak some small things about it. Basically you can skim the cylinder head to a specific size, and that will be the largest part of your horsepower gain. It is not allowed to change anything after the first race. You can see here the engine is sealed and you cannot break the seal, otherwise your car will be illegal. Here we are in the cockpit. First thing you'll notice, chunky roll cage, just to keep the driver safe. Comfy racing seat, important to be comfortable in the car so you can focus on the driving. I'm quite a tall guy. I'm 192 centimeters or 6'3", and I can fit in easily, so that's nice. It's a small car, but it's still roomy. For the rest you can see it's fully stripped. There are no more isolation materials or anything in here. So it actually means that down here in the footwell it gets extremely hot. And there have been times where I've burned my toes through my fireproof racing shoes because it got so hot down there. But you only notice that after the race anyway. Down there we have the GoPro for getting your race footage, and the center console. You can start the car with the ignition. This is a very special button. I can't touch that button yet, obviously, because you know what will happen. So going further we have obviously the gear lever. What is nice here is that it's very softly sprung to the left and very tough to the right. We do that because in the heat of the moment it's very easy to miss-shift from second to fifth instead to third. So this will prevent that because it's difficult to reach fifth gear. Next to it, fire extinguisher by regulation and penalty weight. Penalty weight is there because the MX5 Cup is all about quality of cars and a limited budget. So the car has to be 960 kilograms minimum. If you're below that, you have to compensate by putting extra weight there. Also, if your engine has more than 130 horsepower, you need to put 7.5 kilograms per horsepower next to you. The same for Newton meters, 6.5 kilograms per Newton meter over 155. The rear of the car is absolutely standard, but as you can see, it's all about weight loss here as well. So here we are at the suspension area. Almost everything is standard here again. It's a real testimony to the quality of the Mazda design, because we do use racing pads, but the disc and the caliper, it's all standard. And it's powerful enough to lock up the brakes whenever you want. So it's really good stuff. The only thing not standard is the shock. You can adjust with these rings the ride height very easily, and there's a little lever down here to tweak the stiffness so that you can adjust the car setup easily on track. We race a DNRT Interstate tire. It's a semi-slick, but it gives really good grip and good performance. Actually road legal, so you can again drive your car over public roads to the race if you would choose to do so. So that's it for a tour around my Mazda MX-5 Cup car. If you would like to know more about the Conrad Mazda MaX5 Cup or the global MX-5 Invitational event in Laguna Seca, or me as a driver, just look in the description below and you'll find everything you need. So thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.
Bye guys.